You guys have a new single out here. I'm excited to talk to you about it because I really feel like it's a powerhouse. What kind of responses have you been receiving so far from fans?
Which one are you talking about? Crystal Queen?
Yes, Crystal Queen.
Yeah, Crystal Queen's. I like Crystal Queen a lot. It's a lot different than the other songs on the EP.
Yes, that's why I'm
It
asking.
starts. Yeah, no, so, I don't know. I like it a lot. It seemed to be pretty well received, which I was really happy about. I didn't know how it was going to go over because we kind of tried to take a little bit of a different approach than most of our music is normally. It's a little bit more melodic and kind of redundant. If you there's a lead that plays like almost over half the song in the beginning, and I remember when I was writing it, I was like, I want this to be redundant, because I want people to like listen to the song and then afterwards be like humming this lead in their head. And it's funny you mentioned that because I you know I've actually like seen it happen with people before, when they do exactly what I planning on them doing. I was like, okay, good. This is working how I wanted it to work. But yeah, I really song. I think it's a good song for us to have off the beaten path from what we normally do.
What are some themes you guys explore on this new EP album?
You mean like lyrically?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a good one. This is probably a better question for Zach, our vocalist. Me and him kind of collaborated a little bit on the lyrics, but a lot of it is about like higher consciousness and being one with everything and the universe. Not to get like way too deep into this, but me and Zach have this thing where when we write vocals or lyrics, rather, we want it to be like vague enough for it so it can be open to interpretation. Whoever's reading it, they can apply it however they see fit. But we also want it to have like some meaning to the listener. Um, that makes sense. To me, if you were to ask me, it's about the existing one. The EP title is um, basically "I think, therefore I am," meaning that we're all connected to one consciousness, and every single thing that you interact with in this plane is it is ourselves in a way. So it's all about just being connected to everything and every being and everything, and surprisingly, it's not a very death metally or deathcore theme at all about death and destruction. It's quite the opposite. It's about celebration of life and celebration of you know being united more so.
Do you all frequently collaborate when it comes to creating the lyrics? Is there uh just like you know, you guys have a specific idea in mind and then you voice notes some music to play with it, or voice notes just the lyrics and then the music comes to you later? How does the process tend to work when it comes to writing your music?
Yeah, so I write all the instruments, and I'll take advice from other people in the band if they have an idea and they're like, or, suggestion, or I'll take like with it, and then I'll compose a song musically, and then we'll talk themes and things like what we want to for the audience and what we want to put. It want to be the same band that everybody hears over and over again. We want to be that stands out as much as we can in day and age, and just write and write about something with substance.
How much of a hand do you all then tend to have when it comes to the production side of the music you make?
Uh, that's another interesting question. So we're 100% independent. We don't do anything with any label, any agencies, anything. We're 100% independent. We've recorded. We're self-produced. We recorded our really by ourselves. So my drummer tracks our guitar tracks. I drive to his house, track guitars. We'll send it to our guitarist who lives like across the state. All of us are spread out over the state of Louisiana. We're not like right down the road from each other, so we have to do a lot of this electronically. But I'll go to my drummer's house. I'll lay down some guitar tracks. We send it to our guitar player. He mixes and masters it, and then once like an actual song instrumentally fleshed out, then we'll bring it to Zach, and me and Zach will sit down and we'll go over vocal rhythms and lyrics and like what we want to, how we want the song to sound, and we'll do it entirely by ourselves because I think we all have a good idea in mind of how we want to sound, and when we put a producer in the mix that we don't have 1,000% confidence in, we tend to not get the sound that we're trying to achieve. And I think that while we're still not like mega producers and producing the best death metal, deathcore, whatever you want to call it, and like in all of the land, like I'm proud of what we've put out, if that makes sense.
Certainly. And it sounds like Crystal Queen might be one of your personal favorite tracks, specifically off of this EP. Is that the case, or does another one tend to hold a special place in your heart?
I don't it's hard to play favorites with all of them. I really like them all. I really
You're
like
biased, though, to be fair.
uh yeah, maybe so. I like Crystal Queen. I just had a whole different approach. It was the first one that I wrote um for this EP, and it was the first one we released, so I guess it does hold a little special, something special to me. But I mean, I really do like them all. I like the Sanguine Mall we had with our good friend Dan Watson from he was in Enterprise Earth, and now most recently Mirelore. Um, I really like that song. It's very dynamic, very different than what we normally do, but definitely in the direction that I want us to be in. And I like Stone Spire. Stone Spire is not as technical as or progressive as we normally tend to be, but it's when we play it live, it's like everybody. It seems like everybody really loves that one more than anything else. Which we have a music video for that one coming out very soon. I hope that one gets a lot more love and attention when it's released.
Will you guys be headed out on tour in the near future?
Yeah, so we just got off of our self-booked, entirely independent run that we did from February 20th to 27th. Um, and we just did a little regional thing. We didn't go all over the country or anything, but we it was really great. Everybody that we worked with on the run was super professional and very accommodating. We didn't have any issues at all. It was fantastic. The fans that came out to see us and saw us for the first time were a delight. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better run. We absolutely loved performing for everybody, and as soon as we got back, we were all like, "When can we do that again?" Like, we don't want to stop. We don't want to get off the road. We have to go back to our day jobs, but like, we don't want to do that. When can we get back on the road? Like, it was a kind of a bittersweet feeling. So hopefully, I book everything for us. Um, so I'm hoping. I think I'm going to aim for something in the fall.
Well, I can imagine there's some collaborations you would love to do in the future. Who are some artists that you'd love to work with?
Oh man, too many to name. I guess, like I said, back to my inspirations. I love Job for a Cowboy. I like Oceano, the Acacia Strain, all these big bands in the deathcore genre, and death metal. I'm obviously super into and very much a fan of. But honestly, I don't know, anything that makes sense for us is something I would entertain, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, it's just between you and I then that this dream collab might happen between Doja Cat and Shores of Acheron.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the wonderful music you guys make?
Um, First of all, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for streaming and listening to our music and giving us the support that you guys have from day one. If you were a day one supporter, and if you're a day two supporter, or day whatever day it is, a 3,062 supporter, thank you.